Hey, what's going on? Rakeem Madison here. And in this live video, we're going to be talking about how to understand the value of traffic. Now, this right here is going to be very, very important for you to understand if you really want to take things to that next level inside of your business. All right. For the people that's watching this live, go ahead and do a hashtag live down below. And then for the people that catch this on the replay, go ahead and put a hashtag replay. All right. All right. Now, if this is your first time coming across my content, I help entrepreneurs turn their video views into paying customers using YouTube. So if that sounds like something that's interesting to you, go ahead and drop me a comment down below saying something, like info or something like that, or just reach out to me personally and we can, have a conversation and we'll see from there. So now we're going to get into the content. Now, what I want to do is as the comments come on the screen, I'll edify you on the screen as I kind of check back and forth as I'm kind of like breaking this whole process down. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to let Facebook kind of do its thing because I know it takes Facebook a little bit to kind of push things out. But we're going to go ahead and transition to sharing my screen. Right. So let me make sure my screen is sharing. And if you could see and hear me clearly, let me know. Just put a 1 in the comments. That way I'll know, okay, everything is good. And then I'm going to go ahead and share my screen real quick, and I'm going to break this all down. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get into it. For anybody that misses it, just go back, catch the replay, and it's all going to make sense. All right, so what I'm showing you right now is results from one of my income streams. And I'm showing this as to be like a teaching lesson, all right? So if we look at this right here, I've generated 58 customers for this one income stream. I started this income stream March 4th of 2021, right? So in less than a year, we got about 52 customers. Now, we're gonna dive into the results a little bit deeper. I just kind of wanted to show you this first so you can see we've generated $5,500 in sales from this stream. But let's go to the main reason why you're actually on here, right? Which is understanding how to make more money long term. Now, the thing about this is, this right here that you see, it wouldn't have happened if I wouldn't have did what I'm about to show you how to do so you can start taking things to the next level in your business, all right? All right, so let's go back over here and we're gonna go to a tool real quickly. All right, so right here, this tool is actually called Ahrefs, all right? So what I'm gonna do real quick is I'm gonna put a keyword in here, one that I actually use, one that I went for, and then I'm gonna break down like, in like an analysis of what you want to start looking at and what are the most important things for you to take, and then use that data to then go out there and start getting things rolling. All right. All right. So now I'm gonna put the keyword in there. Well, that's definitely not the keyword. All right. So best virtual phone system for small business, right? So that's the keyword right there that I went for. And then now we're just gonna hit the enter button. And then right off the bat, right, this shows us that this has a competition, which is keyword difficulty is 45. Now I'm well aware that this says Google up here, right? And then I could actually look at it on YouTube. But all I want to know is, what is the traffic potential, right? So when we look at this keyword, it says the traffic potential is 100, right? So this gets roughly about 100 searches per month, right? So now I'm like, okay, what do I do with this 100 that I see as far as the traffic potential? Well, if we look at this right here is going to give me a number that I can use against how much I actually make from what I sell. Now, what do I mean? So if we go over here to the calculator, right? And what we want to do is we always want to assume, right? Sometimes you could be a lot higher, but we always want to assume 1% at least when we're talking about, understanding, looking at that traffic. Okay, this is what I got. So now I'm gonna work with it. So now what we want to do is we want to go 100, right? Because remember over here, the traffic potential was 100. And then what we want to do is we want to say 1% of 100. Now I already know that, oh, I didn't do that right. Hold up. I know it's 1, but I'm gonna just do it so you can see it. So 1%. And then I'm gonna just hit equals. So it's 1. So what that means is whether you could at least get one customer in a month, right? One customer based off of that 100 potential right there. Now it could be way more, right? Because keyword tools are helpful, but obviously they're not going to give you 100% accurate data, right? Only Google and YouTube has the data, whether you're doing videos or you're doing blog posts. My favorite thing to do is videos because that's what I'm good at, all right? Now, let's look at this, right? So we got one customer in a month. Now, what I'm going to do now, we're going to use a pricing plan, and you could use your pricing plan to really make this make sense. So I'm going to pull this up. We're going to move this out the way real quick. All right, so this right here is a pricing plan to one of the income streams that I have, right? So we got 39 for the low plan, and we got 89, and then we got 89 for the professional, and then for the psychology with the marketing, then you got this right here, right? So the usual price is $139, right? So we're going to do the math on all of what I just broke down with the calculator. So 39 is how much it costs. But what do I make from that 39 if somebody buys the 39? I make $31.20, which is 80% of this. So I get 80% upfront across the board, right? So that means for this, the $89 a month, that would be $71.20, right? From that particular thing. Now, of course, if they did have the 139, currently they have a limited time 89, right, for life, which makes a lot more sense than to spend 139. Just depends on your business, right? Now, what I want to do is I want to do the math. So 39 times 80% is $31, which means that if we go back to that, where were we? Okay, so if we go back to this, right, this is one customer. Out of this, we can at least get one customer. So that's $31 within that month. Now, if we do the math and say, okay, that's cool. If we could do 1% for the whole year, that's $31.20 if everybody takes that plan. For me, most people take the 89 because it just makes sense, right? So $31.20 times, what was that, 12? So we're talking about $374 within a year. Now that's, like I said, that is conservative, 1%, okay? Now let's amp this percent up a little bit. And I really don't have to do the calculator, but I'm just doing it to kind of show the visual. All right, so 100 times 3, I meant to do 3%, but that would be 3 customers in a month, right? So let's actually switch over to the 89 to make it, to kind of change the numbers up a bit. Let's go with the 89, which is where I make $71. And I want you to do the same type of math when you're looking at the data, because the only thing that really matters at the end of the day is the data, right? I look at the data. I don't care about anything else. I look at the data. Okay, this is what I got. Okay, do I have what they want? And then how am I going to deliver it to them? Like, is it going to be YouTube videos? Is it going to be a blog post? Because, I do blogging as well. You know what I mean? So you got to think about what is it that you're doing, and then start to do this calculations on what I was just laying out. Now, let's go with that same number, right? So we went back, we got 100, and we were going to do the 89. So if we do 7120 was what I would get, since that's 80%. So that's 7120 times, what was it, 3? Okay, so boom, $200 in a month up front. But then this is residual, right? So then I get the kickback on the back end. That's 10% residual. So that's $8.90 for every customer that continues to go. So if you remember, when I had the screen pulled up, I have 58 customers so far, and then 6 of those came this year so far. And it's what is it? January 17th or whatever that is, right? So what you want to do, right? And let me check the comments because I've been going for a little minute. All right, so I don't know if it's actually doing what it needs to do. Okay, so we're gonna just go back because I don't see any comments coming through at this particular time. So we just gonna keep going. All right, so okay, so where was I? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a random number, right? Let's just say you sell a product for $200. Then all we're gonna do, we still got the same numbers, 1%. 1% would be, what is that? 200 times 1%, we're talking about 2. So that's 2 customers. So now that would be 200. Let me make sure I'm doing this right. So we got $200 product. So we're talking about 200 times 2. Boom, that's $400 right there. Now, if we go up to 3%, then we're talking about 3. So then that would be $600. If we go up to 5%, or if we convert any higher than that, then we're going to be able to take it to the next level in our business. So you really just have to look at your data, right? Look at this data here. This tells me what I need to know as far as, being able to do what I need to do. And then once I see this data, doesn't matter what it is, now I can look at it and be like, okay, I can kind of get an estimate of what I can do. And then as long as I'm, as long as I'm getting in front of them with what they want and I'm delivering it in a way that they'll see the value in it, then most likely they'll take action. But obviously that's not a guarantee of income, but it's certain things that have to be laid out in order for you to be able to do what you need to do. All right, so now what I'll show you also is if I take off the for small business, right? If I take that off and I go and I take the best off as well, and I just hit enter, and we can see that the cost per click. Now this part right here is very, very important for you to pay attention to as well. The cost per click is $50, okay? $50, which means this is a very, very profitable keyword. Now, if we go back to the other one that I'm ranking #1 for, you can see that it's $130. $130. So what this means is that on average, advertisers are spending $130, and they're consistently spending, right? People spend hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month to show up for these keywords. $130 per click. Can you imagine? Every click on average. Now, obviously, this is an average, but imagine that. $130 every single click. Now, real quick, we're going to go over here to YouTube, and we're going to paste this over here on YouTube because I want to show you how you can literally take advantage of that, or more on the organic side, right? So when we go to YouTube real quick, and I paste that keyword in, right? So we can see we in incognito mode. So everything I'm showing you here is accurate. So if I hit search, as we can see, this is an ad. This is an ad, right? Like I said, it's a very, very profitable keyword. That's why you got people advertising for it. So then check this out. Best virtual phone system for small business 2022. And as we can see, we're outranking people who have huge channels, 263,000 subs. We got this one, 4,000, 23,000, right? I don't have, a ton of subscribers. I mean, I got 10,000, but it's not even about that. It's about understanding, the data, looking at it, understanding what you can put in front of them, and then saying, okay, boom, we got a plan. We're going to move on it, and let's get things rocking and rolling, all right? So let me check the, let me go back over here, see what's going on. All right, so we got a few people on. If you're on, let me know where it is that you're watching from. I just kind of went straight into the value. I don't want to waste too much time, just kind of waiting for people to get on. So if you want to catch what I just broke down, just go back to the beginning of this, catch the replay, and then you'll see, everything that I share here, because I feel like it's extremely valuable for you to look at it that way and then say, okay, cool. Rakeem said, look at the data. And you don't even got to say Rakeem said. Just look at your data, understand the data, and then figure out, okay, what do people want? What do you have what people want, or can you get what they want? And then how are you going to deliver it? Doesn't matter the platform. There's a bunch of people who use TikTok. There's people who use Facebook, Pinterest. Some people use Snapchat. I don't really know how, other than I don't really know how they would do that. But it's so many different platforms. But all of them, guess what they all have? They all have analytics for people who are doing business. So look at the data, understand the data, understand what they want, Understand what they want, find out if you have it or not. If you don't, find a way to get it, and then put it in front of them. All right. So hopefully you got some value from today's live. And if you did, let me come back on the screen. All right, so hopefully you got some value from today's live. And if you did, definitely go ahead and give me a heart, a thumbs up, the care, whatever you want to do, right? If you did, just let me know, drop a comment or whatever it is, all right? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I look forward to seeing you in the next live video. Peace.